Hello everybody. Today is May 1st, 2022. I did not use English to broadcast for a long period of time. But actually in about 2017, at the very beginning, I started this YouTube in English. But later on, because my mother tongue is Cantonese, so that I switch back and forth, but I try to speak more in Cantonese. But finally, I found out that a lot of friends, let's say from Taiwan or from mainland China, they don't understand Cantonese. And also, my Mandarin is not that good. And most important is, even my family members, my children, they understand English better than Cantonese and Mandarin. So I found out that maybe I should speak more English, even though my English is Hong Kong English. I love Hong Kong accent, but to talk about finance, talk about economics, involve lots of numbers, so that I do believe that everybody, you may have difficulty to understand at the very beginning, but sooner or later you'll find out that it's not difficult to catch those numbers and ideas that I pass to you. And this YouTube, most important part is to tell people about the risk in the future, and so that you may try to avoid the risk. Let's say, for example, the drop in the stock market. I may tell you the possibility in advance, so that you may prepare in advance. And my approach is totally different from many others. A lot of people, they try to analyze the markets by factors. Let's say, just like university or like many academic studies, they try to find out what will be the interest rate affecting or solving the inflation problem, or what will be the interest rate increase to solve the problems of unemployment and so on, or what will be the effect of coronavirus during the last 2 years to the society, and so on and so on. They try to study the supply side and the demand side, individually. And you know that there are many, or maybe I would say 100 or 1,000 factors affecting the supply side, and there may be more than another 100 or 1,000 factors affecting the demand side. So if you want to find out the final consequences of the price, what will be the price changes up and down, then you have to analyze more than, I think, hundreds factors from either side. You may, even though if you are very accurate, but you may forget a few factors or important factors, then in this case, your final analysis, your final result may not be accurate. So I am not using that approach. Eric used another approach based on my experience. Number one, I got my economics master from Washington State University. I got my finance degree from the same university. I studied accounting when I was about 12 years old. The theoretical part or the traditional part, I think I studied a lot already. And also adding more than 20-30 years experience in stock market, I found out another more effective method, that is study the price itself and forecast the price next day or next week, because the price itself is the result of supply and demand. So I try to study the price only, and I found out that in this case it will be more effective and more accurate. And after I found out that, oh wow, okay, tomorrow what will be the price change, and based on that we will see what will be the result. And usually the result is quite accurate. I would say more than 90% accurate. But then after the result come out, for example, if I said that the price is going down, and after the price drop, and you will see a lot of newspaper reporters and other economic or stock market analysis, they will try to give you many reasons why the price dropped. But in advance or a few days before that, I may already tell you that the price will go down. Okay, but then people will explain later. But as an investor in the financial market, that's all we need to know, up or down, and then we can, take the chance. For example, take a look at Tesla as an example. On which day? According to Yahoo Finance, okay, the diagram shown here, on April 27, based on the diagram, okay, on that day, Tesla, the highest price was 918, lowest was 877, opened at 898 and closed at 881. On that day, I found out that Tesla, okay, dropped below the supporting line. This is the supporting line right here, the red color line. Not only one day, on April 27 and also on April 26, based on the diagram here. So, and also I have a upward, trend line here, the blue color one. The Tesla price not only dropped below the red color supporting line 881, it also fall below this upward, line. And then, so I found that, then Tesla should drop by tomorrow. So on that day, about 10 hours before the market, began, I try to sell short Tesla. That's my personal experience. And actually, Tesla dropped and went down the next day, okay, on April 28. It go up a little bit the next day on April 29, the last trading day. But then on these 2 days, we read the news, we found out that the CEO of Tesla, he sold more than 8 billion, US dollar worth of Tesla shares in order maybe to use it to purchase Twitter, which cost him more than 40 something billion. And so he just obtained about 20% cash from selling the Tesla shares in the stock market, and that's why this is a big pressure. And so that's why Tesla dropped quite a bit on April 28. Now we find out the reason, but before that, remember the sequence. A day before, I forecast that it will drop, and I even so short of Tesla. But then 2 days later, the reporters told us that even the CEO was selling the Tesla shares. And of course, the reporter asked him whether, are you going to ask Elon Musk, are you going to sell more of Tesla shares in the near future? We did not get a definite answer. But right now, for about more than 40 billion, cash required to buy Twitter, he got about 10% on hand or 9% on hand. He still require about 91% of cash, and now he just sold some of the Tesla shares. He got another about 20% of the acquisition capital required. There's still quite a lot of money that the CEO required to buy Twitter. So I also afraid that in the near future, in this case, then Tesla will have pressure to go down. Okay, but that's my finding today on May 1st. However, when you look at this diagram, in front of you. I draw this diagram on April 29 at 1 a.m. before this long drop, red color line of Tesla before that, just about a few hours. And also I draw a forecast of Tesla in the future. It will go down and then up and then down and then finally it will go up. Okay, finally. Okay, so that's my forecast about Tesla. Then in this case, combine the fact that CEO Elon Musk will sell Tesla and may sell more, okay? And then we expect that in the short run, maybe the next few days, Tesla still have quite a lot of selling pressure. So Tesla may go further down, okay? But I got a supporting line right here. The red color line right here is going up. So I do believe that Tesla will have strong support here, and after this short period of time, after Elon Musk got enough money for Twitter, then Tesla will go up again. Okay, so well, once you have a photo or diagram, okay, of Tesla in front of you like this, then it will be very easy to buy and sell this particular stock in the future, or plan for yourself in the future. So similarly, we can do the same analysis for any commodity or any stock in the market, or even Dow Jones and Nasdaq. Okay, so well, after talking about Tesla, then we can take a look at Dow Jones, for example. This is Dow Jones, and you found I got a label also on April 29 at 1 a.m. I did a forecast and I did this drawing by writing two lines going down and one line going horizontally. What does that mean? That means that the possibility, about 1/3, that Dow Jones will go horizontally in the next few weeks, but about 2/3 of the chance that Dow Jones Industrial Average will go down. Go to where? I also got a supporting line here to show you, 32273, and actually this is the lowest Dow Jones on February 24. On that day, the actual figure was 32272. Okay, so this is the supporting line, okay, for Dow Jones. But can Dow Jones, stand on top of this line? We'll see. Okay, but at least we can watch out for that. But there's another line, 325 something, 32,500. That one is not a very strong support. Okay, so I expect that you will go through this line and come to 32292 at this level, and then we should be careful at this point. Dow Jones, when you look at the Dow Jones diagram, starting 2021 April up to now, almost a year, and within this year, Dow Jones show a half circle. Can you see that? Like a half moon. Okay, a half moon circle. So you went to the peak by just about around Christmas time, last Christmas and New Year time, and then start adjust, up and down and going down. In the near future, why I expect that Dow Jones will go down. Now, remember my technique. First of all, I will do the analysis by not thinking about any other economic factors, but just look at Dow Jones, look at the price, the index of Dow Jones, and then found that the Dow Jones most likely will go down and will go to the arrow I draw here. And then I will try to figure out or find reasons, to support, this analysis. Okay, from the Dow Jones diagram, we knew that it may have a very high chance to go down. But why? The unemployment rate in United States right now is about 4% only. It's going down, the unemployment rate, which is a good signal. But inflation is going up to about 8%, and it seems that inflation is still will go up. Interest rate is going up, but still at a very low level at this time. The increase in interest rate in the near future, okay, I do not see any possibility that it will solve the inflation problem. The inflation problem mainly came from the supply side. I mean the shortage of supply, like shortage of workers for transportation, for truck driver and so on, and also because of COVID, not many transportation line or supporting line are going through very smoothly. On the other hand, the inflation mainly came from the increase in oil price, and now including gas price too, because of Russia cutting people don't want to buy from Russia. The oil price is the key concern and the key problem, because about a year and a half or 2 years ago, the oil price compared to right now is almost double. Okay, the oil price, you can see that right here is 104. Okay, recently, yesterday. Okay, US dollar per barrel. Okay, so in this case, the inflation, if we cannot control the oil price, we cannot make the oil price to go down, the inflation in the near future will not go down. The increase in interest rate will only cut the investment incentive on property market, but on consumer products and also on consumer price index, it won't help too much. And also increase in interest rate also increase the burden of business. I mean the expenses of business owner, and the business owner very easy they can transfer the cost to the price, and on the other hand the price may go further up. Okay, so increase in interest rate will have an effect on the property market, but on the other hand it may not solve the inflation at this point. And also unemployment rate is okay, it's quite low, so I do not expect the US market will have recession. No, not in the recent time. Okay, but oil price is a problem, and also inflation is a problem. And because of inflation, it also give Dow Jones in the future, Dow Jones will go up finally, because when all investors will find out, will know that you put money in the bank, you don't earn too much, and inflation is too high. The best is to invest into business or into security market in order to secure the real value of your money. And that's why in the long run, this inflation at this rate, more than 8%, finally will push up the stock market in United States and also in the world. So anyway, okay, in the short run, okay, Dow Jones still going down. Okay, I would call this an adjustment. Okay, and also on the other hand, temporary the GDP of USA is negative. Okay, the growth for the first quarter a little bit, minus 1 something percent. So that at the same time Dow Jones may go down a little bit. How about Nasdaq also I forecast will go down as well, because of the IC market, which is not going too well. Okay, let me refresh my analysis for Nasdaq. See here, the way I analyze Nasdaq, I found out that Nasdaq is even worse than Dow Jones. At least Dow Jones will get some benefit from the Russia and Ukraine war because of increasing production of many war supplies. The Dow Jones index or some industry may benefit. But the IT market is not, because IT market increased too much. And on the other hand, recently not only one IC company, quite a lot, okay, including NVIDIA and so on, including the semiconductor in Taiwan, okay, all of them were dropping. So Nasdaq, okay, I forecast, my forecast is like this. You see the diagram here? I forecast the Nasdaq will go horizontally for a short period of time, and then you drop below these two supporting line, and one is about 12,400 and the other one is 12,560. So both of this are not very strong, and I found out that very soon the Nasdaq will fall below these two lines, okay, and will go further down. The next strong supporting line is at this point, 10,800, which is actually the lowest level by November 2nd in 2020, almost a year and a half before. So because of that, okay, you can expect that NVIDIA and so on, a lot of IC stock will follow to go down. So basically you find out that if you got an idea about the Nasdaq and also the Dow Jones index, okay, if they're going down, then you can expect that quite a lot of other stock may go down as well. And if this is true, then of course it will save you some money and save you some, avoid some risk when you invest in the market. Eric's idea or opinion is, you can take it as an alternative or second opinion, for analysis, okay, and also for my personal investment experience. And but remember, all the audience or watchers should take your own responsibility and your own risk when you invest by yourself, okay. This is Eric Leung in Vancouver, Canada, sharing my point of view in the stock market on May 1st, and now coming to May 2nd already. Thank you for your watching. And if you find out that my analysis is helpful, not immediately, about 1 week or two, you find out that my forecast is okay, is accurate, let's say more than 80% accurate, for example, then you may try to share with your friends and just forward to somebody else, and so that hopefully more people will benefit from this totally free channel, not for my business, not for any other company, not for any product, not for any advertisement, and so on. And also Eric also don't care about YouTube give me money or not, okay. This is a totally free channel. Thanks for watching.